most beautiful latte. He has really gotten so good at these. It's very impressive. Talking to the camera. He's not used to me talking to the camera because it's been 3 months, I think, since I've talked to the camera. We only had enough milk for my latte, so Mr. Courtney had to make a sad latte, but I guess you could say it's more like a cafe au lait.
I love a cafe au lait.
They look very cute together though. I got this ottoman to actually go in my prayer room, but I think it looks kind of cute out here, so I'll have to show you in the prayer room what it looks like. Good morning. I have not talked to the camera in about 3 months, so this is going to be a little bit of a like relearning curve, so please be patient with me. When you see this, hopefully I will have filmed like a chatty welcome back video, but I wanted to do these sort of just like stream of consciousness chats and vlogging to kind of get me back used to it. And then I'm going to do, hopefully the first video coming back, I want to do just kind of like a big chatty catch up. So all those like catch up things, chattiness will happen. I think I'm going to film that later in the week, but yeah, today is Sunday and we've been attending the Latin Mass, which is about 30-40 minutes away, not too far, but it's up in the mountains, which is so lovely, especially in the summer because it's been crazy hot here. So hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler, and it's a big production today. So my son has been serving, which means we need to get there about an hour earlier. But then on top of that, they're doing a procession for Mary today, and I'm not 100% sure I'm going to attend. Also, I'm sorry, I'm wearing my mask in this. I need to get it done before I start doing my hair and makeup. And also, I'm just a little puffy from sleeping, so wearing my mask. But I wanted to show you this ottoman that I got for my prayer room. I've been having it out here just because it's convenient to put my coffee on until, and this whole room is still very much in the works. You can see we got a new rug, if you remember from the original, and we're playing with the layout of the room, so maybe I'll just show you that quickly. But I want to show you my ottoman in the prayer room because I think it looks really cute in there. It's from Target. It was like $100. The more I thought about my prayer room, the more I was like, you know what, we need to just get like a kneeler in there. I don't think I'm gonna want to like sit and journal and spend like extra time outside of prayer. Also, sorry, Mr. Courtney is cooking, so hopefully that's not too loud. But I was like, I don't think I'm gonna want to like sit in there outside of just praying. So we're looking for like a vintage kneeler, and then I just put this little ottoman in there. It has storage, and I can sit on that if I feel like I wanted to sit instead of me. I don't know. I'm still kind of like figuring the whole thing out, figuring out this room, but we have furniture on the way for in here, which I'm really excited about. I can't decide if I should share the design boards with you now or later, like after the room is done, but let me show you real fast. Current sitting room layout. This is just pre-existing furniture, not final selections whatsoever. I just wanted to get a visual for how this could possibly work because it is a really small space. So sofa I originally thought would go here, which does block the prayer room a little bit because I would then want to do 2 lounge chairs on the other side, because I thought I would put a TV above this console originally. But now that we've had the furniture like this for a week, I'm thinking like no electronics in here whatsoever besides a record player. This room is for reading, needlepoint, relaxing, journaling, praying. I don't think I'm gonna put a TV there. So if there's no TV, I'm thinking let's put the sofa here, and then I could just get one big cozy lounge chair to go here, and then that wouldn't block anything going into the prayer room. So with this kind of visual, I just don't think an ottoman is gonna work. So I think I'm gonna hold off on ordering that piece. But we did get a new rug. If you guys remember, the rug was really fluffy, kind of a more Scandinavian vibe. This is definitely more traditional. I'm so happy with it. I love the little texture pattern of the jute, and then I'm obsessed with this trim piece. I think it's so cute. So yeah, using this ottoman in here for now, but it goes so much better in the prayer room. Let me show you. I don't know if you can even see those colors, but the blue with the blue, I think it's just so stunning. So still working on this space. Obviously there's nothing has happened since I painted it. But I originally thought I wanted like a desk and a chair, and now I'm kind of just thinking maybe a vintage kneeler, and then this to sit on when you're not kneeling and not like a whole desk situation. So let me know what you guys think. I had my hair cut this week, and I would usually put mousse in this to give it like more volume, but because I will be veiling at Mass, I just didn't want to put all that in my hair and then get on my veil, and my hair's covered anyways. But this is a little preview. Honestly, to be totally fair, I feel like the mousse, when it's freshly blown out, it doesn't look too much different than this, but it would just hold longer. So by the end of Mass, the end of today, it'll probably fall a lot without the mousse. But again, because I'm veiling, I don't feel like I need to do all that and like get that all over my veil. But I am loving this. I don't know if you can like see from the back, but I wanted this like really layered, really layered look. I want it in a more longer haircut, but obviously my hair is taking forever to grow out from the haircut from last year. I did that really short bob last June, and so it was probably maybe here, and then we cut it up a little bit. And then of course the blowout makes it look shorter as well. But the only thing I'm not loving is maybe this, I can't figure out how to do this part. And so I think I need to get some rollers and like, because this part is, I don't know, like maybe she needs to do more here because it almost feels like a shelf. What do you guys think? Like right here, like it feels like a shelf of hair versus like, but I don't want them too short because I still want to be able to put a headband in, like for our family photos. I've already been thinking about what to do for family photos, and I really want to wear like a thick headband and have my hair back. So maybe after family photos, I could have it cut shorter, but I need to figure out what to wear today because there is a procession from the Main Street church down to the White Pine church, but honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna do that walk because it's like a 4-mile walk. I feel like not that I couldn't do the walk, you guys know I'm a big walker, but I just feel like I'd have to change, and I don't really want to do that in my church clothes. I know that's really awful, but my son and my husband will do it because obviously my son is an altar server. He will be a part of the procession, and yeah, I just don't know if I want to. So I need to figure out what to wear, but because it's in the Old Town church, the AC isn't that great. It's like literally, I think the church was built in like the 1800s. All right, this is what I ended up going with for my outfit today. It's a little more casual than I would want to wear to a Sunday Mass, but it's gonna be so hot in there. The building, like I said, is older. The AC is not great. Last week we were sweating to death. My poor son, I could like see sweat dripping off his face when he was up there. So this is a recycled cotton dress from J. Crew Factory. They don't have it anymore. I got it at the beginning of the summer, but I love the little sleeve detail. I love the collar, and then it perfectly like sits. You can see my necklace. And then for my veil, this is a veil I got off of Etsy, and I've been wearing it a ton. Basically every Sunday. I'm sure everyone's sick of seeing it. Not that I think anyone remembers, but it has these little clips on it already, and it's so easy to attach. I won't put it on now, but I'll just show you quickly. It just sits so beautifully, and then I can like ruche it up. It's not gonna work because it's not gonna clip, but I can like pull it up over my shoulders a little bit, and it just sits so much more comfortably than like a shorter veil. And then I love that it's just a little bit longer and kind of just goes over my arms like that. So when I'm kneeling, I just love it. So it's a little bit longer. My other veils are a lot shorter, so I want to find more like this. And then for my shoes, I don't like to wear, I would want to wear my brown Orons with this, but I don't like to wear open-toed shoes in Mass for some reason. It just feels, not there's anything wrong with that, it just feels weird to me. So I'm just gonna wear my beige ballerinas, and then of course, my Louis Vuitton bag, my summer bag. I can't stop wearing this. So yeah, super casual today, but it's gonna be hot. We received such a lovely gift from someone in our parish last week, so I'm writing her a little thank you note, and then I got her these cute little Thule cookies because she has like 5 or 6 kids for the ride home from Mass today. And then Mr. Courtney is going to do the cutest little, hold on, let me show them. Okay, so you drip this wax over your note, and then you'll stamp it. And then it looks like that. Okay. Hello, I'm sitting in my car while the boys do the procession from the old town chapel to the new chapel. I don't think I explained this very well in the last clip. For the Assumption, they're doing a rosary walk from the old chapel, which is in upper like Main Street, Park City, to the new chapel, which is closer. Like if you were coming from Salt Lake to Park City, it's closer to the freeway, and you can see it from the freeway when you come into Park City. Which, funny story, my husband and I, when we would drive past it, we were like, oh man, if we ever redid our vows, it'd be really fun to be married in that church, like do it in that church, not realizing it was a Catholic church. So I don't think we need to be married in the Catholic church. I don't think we will do it here. We'll probably do it at the cathedral, but I don't know, I was thinking about it driving back and I was like, maybe we should do it here. But yeah, so they're walking. My son is holding a candle. You would have seen that in the clip before this. So I'm hoping it's not too heavy and that he's doing okay, but it is warm out. I think you can see like my cheeks are a little red. But when I was doing the drive, I was like, this is so far, this is gonna take them forever. So I ran and got a coffee. I got it from this cutest little Park City Gardens. If you haven't been, you need to go. It's such a cute, the coffee shop's fine. It's not a cute coffee shop, but they have a gardens next door and like a beautiful greenhouse, which you can also see from the freeway coming up. So I did a walk around there. I'll insert some clips of that after this. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and have a little snack. I never replaced the car mount in my phone, so I apologize. I'm having to hold my phone while I chat with you, but from where I'm sitting, I'm hoping that I can see them walk up and maybe get a glimpse of them walking. But they're praying the rosary. It's very sweet. I feel really bad. The more I talk about it, the more bad I feel that I'm not doing it with them, but that's okay. And then they're doing another mass here, which I don't think they need him to serve, so we'll probably go home because it's now 3 and we left the house around 10:30. 10:45, so it's been kind of a long day actually, and I had big plans to do a roast chicken, potatoes, you have carrots, roasted carrots, and I just don't know if anyone's gonna be in the mood to like wait for that to cook. Well, it doesn't take that long to cook, but I think people are gonna be hungry. I have a banana and some snacks. I'm gonna do that, and then I might do my needlepoint, which I need to update you guys, but it's gonna be really hard to show you without a phone car mount. I need to get a new one. I'm not in the habit of filming and talking and, you know, having all the accessories to go with it. So I'm hoping to get some of these jittery bugs out in this vlog, and then the next vlog will be more natural. It's been so long since I've talked to the camera. And then, like I said this morning, I really want to do a chit chat video where I'm just like talking to you guys and catching up. And then I'll just start vlogs after that. So hoping that chit chat video will have gone up Wednesday, and then you should be watching this the next Sunday. I'm also still really trying to decide, sorry, I feel like I'm not keeping this straight. Really trying to decide if I want to upload Wednesday, Sunday, or if I just want to upload on Sundays or just Wednesdays. I need to kind of sit down and figure that out as well. I would love to upload Wednesday, Sunday to grow my channel and to, you know, really build a community with you guys, but that was really hard. But I was also move spots to be a little bit closer to where I think they are walking, and I got cut off the other one. Someone pulled up next to me and it freaked me out because I was like, I don't want to look stupid filming in my car. I need to get over that. But also my hair, this is what I mean, like after I put my hair in a veil, it gets all skilwampus, and so that's why I was like, I'm not gonna put any mousse in it, I'm just gonna like let it be. But I think I can see them walking, so I'll get out and try to get another clip of them, which means they're close, because there is a Novos Ordo right after this, and I looked up the time just to see. I was like, are they gonna make it? It's not till 4:30, so I was like, oh my gosh, is there gonna be another hour? But I think they're gonna be here soon. But again, I mean, they're walking with like all ages, all levels of health, if you know what I mean. And so I'm just not sure how fast they're walking. I mean that in the nicest way possible. I just don't know if they're walking very quickly. But I'm gonna pop out and see if I can see them. This is a lot of carrots. I wonder if we cook just like, there's too many in here.
They won't cook stacked, so
That's what I
just
mean.
put as many as you can on a single layer, and then we save the rest.
A lot of yellow carrots. Hello. Just put the most beautiful roast chicken in the oven, and then I'm gonna do roasted carrots with roasted potatoes. This is the easiest meal. It looks like you spent a lot of time prepping the most beautiful meal ever, and all you really did was sauce some things, butter, seasoning, rosemary, thyme, put it in the oven, and then you have a beautiful, stunning meal. So didn't want to have a meal that I needed to like baby, stir, chop, do too many things after this big day. I knew it was gonna probably be a very long day. By the way, the boys had the best time. They did say it was probably best that I didn't come. So next year we will plan more ahead. I know that it's coming this time. I can participate next year, but I've got some really beautiful footage of them, which you would have seen in the clips before. And tonight we're just gonna relax. We don't have school tomorrow. We do have a soccer scrimmage though, which is not the same as a game, but they treat it like a game. So it doesn't count towards anything, but it's a really big deal. So we do have a scrimmage, which I'm a little bummed about because I want to do like a big back to school thing tomorrow night. So I'll just do that. I don't know when, because Tuesday we also have soccer. I don't know. But what was it? Where was I going with that? Oh, we don't have school, but I do have school Tuesday. So I think I'll still wake up early. I've been trying to wake up earlier to prep myself for the earlier rise. I have not reached 6 a.m. yet, so I'm thinking tomorrow I might wake up at 6 a.m. But tonight, I just want to relax, go to bed early, maybe sit in the sitting room, read, needlepoint, no screens. Yeah, just enjoy the evening, enjoy the last couple, I was gonna say days, literally last day of summer. 24 hours from now, we will be getting ready for the first day of school, which is so crazy and so sad. I feel like summer has gone by so fast. I feel like every mother could probably relate, but having one child really, I don't know, like really puts into perspective the time, because I don't have, 3 or 4 other children coming up the line that will also do 7th, 8th grade. It's like I experienced it once with him, which is so glorious. I love it. If you've been here, you know I am a champion of having one. Not a champion of having one, because I feel like have as many as God wants you to have, but there's nothing wrong with having one child. But that is a kind of an interesting part of being a mother to one, is how aware you are of time passing, if that makes sense. So going to enjoy it as much as I can and enjoy my roast chicken. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know how much I'll vlog tomorrow, just because my son, the reason, not, which I'll like get into more, the main reason why I decided to take a break for the summer, but a really big reason was just focus on my son and be with him over the summer. I didn't want to be distracted with filming myself. So not sure how much I'll film tomorrow, but I definitely will film. Tuesday will be my first normal day back into getting into housewife shifts. I've been doing those over the summer, but not in so much of a shift form, just kind of like getting the things done that I would normally in the housewife shift. So excited to get back into doing those. I can't wait to take you along with me. I've missed them. I've missed filming. I've missed talking to you guys. I've missed just everything that comes along with this. Not so much I haven't missed the negative parts of it, but I've definitely missed all the positive parts of it. So anyways, yeah, happy Sunday. I'm gonna go relax. I'll show you my chicken when it's out of the oven, but I'm gonna clock off for the rest of the day. There she is. The chicken.
I never get it when you do it. No, you like it right when you wake up.
No.
You waited 24 hours for this.
I think it looks really good. Happy Tuesday, happy first day of school. for those who are starting this week. I'm pretty sure all of Salt Lake County starts this week. Is that right? Well, when you guys see this, this will be a whole week later because in the last clip, I was talking with you guys about, I want to post 2 times a week. I'm just not sure if it's possible, like physically, mentally for me to do that. So I was talking through it with my husband, and he kind of helped me work through, all the thoughts, because you guys know I'm a verbal processor. And so we talked through, like, what if I posted this vlog, which would go up this Wednesday, next Wednesday, and then on this coming Sunday, I just posted the welcome chit chat, and then that would put me a whole week ahead, which I love that idea because I sometimes get nervous if with TikTok, I was definitely posting in more real time. I'd film my day, I'd post it at night, I would do daily chit chats with you guys. I was talking through things that I was, things that were coming up, things that I was doing in the moment. And so I really like this idea of being able to give myself a little bit of breathing room. Like, let's say yesterday, I didn't feel like filming at all because it was the last day of summer. I wanted to spend it with my son. I didn't want to be worried about, also getting content. I just wanted to be able to help him organize his room, reorganize his bathroom. I did a little Whole Foods run, and we had a soccer scrimmage, and I just enjoyed the day. I didn't feel like, okay, I better get content because this vlog is going up Wednesday. So if there's days and moments like that, or like, let's say I don't get to editing, I have a whole week of content and I'm not filming in real time. Not that I think anyone's like coming for me or like stalking me in that way, but it just feels a little bit more like mentally safer for me. And I can just feel like, especially with YouTube, I feel like I can talk more freely, explain things that are going on, because I don't feel like it's not as in real time in general with YouTube, but then especially if I'm a week behind. So all to say, by the time you see this, school will have already been in session for a week. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling more confident that I can get 2 vlogs out a week with this schedule. And my hair, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep touching it. It's new. There we go. And I'm trying to figure out, I showered this morning thinking that I would blow it out while it was still wet, but I didn't have time. Well, I wanted to do Pilates. I had time. I wanted to do Pilates. So I did Pilates and my hair got too dry. So when I went to actually blow it out, it wasn't quite in all its glory. I need to get the rollers because then I could maybe like set the rollers and do Pilates. I don't know. Yesterday I didn't do anything with it and I just clipped it back and it just looked a little crazy, which is totally fine. My hair doesn't have to be done up every single day, but I don't want this to feel like the bob where I was having to blow it out every time I wanted to style it, or have to wash it to blow it out every time I wanted to style it. There's got to be a way that I can figure this out. But you know me, I love to shower before bed. I love to go to bed with my hair wet. I hate feeling like I'm sleeping in dirtiness. But anyways, I need to run to Trader Joe's to finish the rest of the week grocery shop. Yesterday I did Whole Foods just to get like berries and lunch stuff. Now I need to go for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because you guys know I love to do a Friday shop for the whole weekend. So it should be an easy, quick shop. And then they're wrapping up fixing my windshield right now, which is amazing. It's been cracked for so long, getting a fresh windshield. And then I have someone coming to measure the fireplace, which I will talk you through when I get back because I need to run and do that. But if you followed me, when I said I was stepping away from TikTok, I started posting on Instagram just like a little bit more, not a ton. And then I was just like I would have probably talked through all this in the chatty vlog you've already seen, but I haven't been on there in like a month and a half, and it has been, being on short form content is just, I don't think is good for me, and not having any sort of TikTok or Instagram has been amazing. And YouTube's algorithm is honestly so bad that the shorts they're not even fun to watch because I just get fed like really, really weird stuff. So anyways, I posted a little bit about the fireplace. So I will give you guys an update when I come back, which will be like 2 seconds for you. But let's run to Trader Joe's really fast. Do a little shop. I need a few fresh hydrangeas. That's what I also wanted to tell you guys. I used to just pick I'd get the hydrangeas, but then I'd also get like random other flowers. And every time I'd be like, I wish I just got hydrangeas. So I've stopped getting just rando flowers and I only get hydrangeas now, which again is white. And everyone's like, everything is white. Your whole house is white. I don't care. I like looking at the hydrangeas. They bring me peace. They bring me joy. And that's what they're there for. So I just get like 3 hydrangeas when I'm there. And there's one here, there's one by the sink, there's one in the sitting room. And now I'm gonna start putting one on the table. Because the one on the table I would always fill with like kind of more, I don't know, wildflower looking. And now I just want like a pretty set of hydrangeas, and I want to get more vases that almost look like this. Okay, also there's so many things to chat through. We need my plate wall. So this is the first plate that I have for my plate wall. My husband went to Amsterdam this summer for work, and we chose not to go with him, which I'm more than happy with. But he got this for me in Amsterdam, which I love, because I didn't want to just get random blue plates. I want them to have some sort of meaning or some sort of, I don't know, history. Like, I guess I'm fine to get a random blue plate from like an antique store, but I didn't want to just like order plates some influencer or some designer had picked out. Like, I wanted it to be more special. So he got this for me in Amsterdam. So she needs to go up here. Where was I going with that? Oh, I want to find some vases that also kind of have this blue, like, blue pattern, maybe like a more Cinderella blue, that could like match the plate wall, that vase could then live on the table and kind of like tie everything in. Okay, so let's go to Trader Joe's, and when I get back, we'll have the measurement for the fireplace, and I'll walk you through all of that. I thought I would show you everything I got at Trader Joe's. I used to do big grocery hauls every week. You guys absolutely love those. I'll start doing those again in vlogs, but like I said, I've already done a grocery haul yesterday from Whole Foods. I have some things left over from Costco, so this is really just to supplement me for the next 3 days. So tonight we're gonna do a chicken salad from chicken I have from Whole Foods. I got a red onion to go in that, some dill, the celery, and some snap peas, and anything left over from that we'll just snack on, you know, as far as cucumbers and the snap peas. Those can be great snacks. Tomorrow we're going to do a meatloaf. I already have the meat. I just needed an onion, and I have all the ingredients to go for that already, which is great. I'll probably do Brussels sprouts, and then I have potatoes already as well. And then we'll do the salmon. And I love Trader Joe's salmon. They have these barbecue cuts that are already perfectly sized for our family. They do come with 4, so that usually leaves me with 1 left over for the next day for lunch for myself or my husband. My son loves apples. He loves like the reddest apple you can get from Trader Joe's. I usually get the Envy because those typically seem to be more red. This is my favorite lettuce ever from Trader Joe's. It's the lettuce gem, but you do need to wash it, so please be careful. I found so many bugs in here. I always get myself mini avocados for my breakfast, my lunch. Love having extra onions on hand. I think I'll use this for the meatloaf, but I always try to have onions and garlic. I hate not having just essential pantry items, so always grabbing onions when I'm at the store. Rice is for the salmon because I ran out, and I love this jasmine rice from Trader Joe's. And then I just got some snacks for the boys. They love these dark chocolate almond butter pretzel nuggets. I cannot eat these. They'll make me feel so sick, but they love them. And these Trader Joe's s'mores clusters are really good. I've had both actually. I know they're delicious. My son loves these. I try not to get too much processed items. Try to just shop from the outside of the store, but sometimes for lunches, it's just really nice to have something like this. And then I don't know what it is about this pepper, you guys, but I just love this pepper with the grinder from Trader Joe's. I'm always running out. We use so much pepper now that I cook so much more at home. Highly recommend. And then of course I got my 2 hydrangeas. These I got last week around this time, and they're stunning still. These have already started to wilt, and I got these at the same time. So sometimes that's just how it is. So I'm gonna swap these out and add the ones to my dining room. fresh hydrangeas. I just love the look of this so much more than, I don't know, some of the flowers I was getting before. Not that I don't love the tulip, but those are only in season, you know, for so long. I was picking these like wildflowers in different colors, and I just love the simple green with the white. I love how full they are. I just love these. And I actually had a thought. I had stopped watering the petals at one point, thinking it might make them last longer. And last week I was like, I wonder if I should do that again. And then I did, and they wilted. So didn't water the petals this time, and hopefully they'll last longer. But I do feel like I need a little bit bigger of a vase, especially if it were that blue color. Ah, stunning. And these are nice and fresh and lovely. Feels so good to start the week off with fresh hydrangeas. She just came to measure and it went so well. I'm so grateful to her. She was super helpful, so knowledgeable. I was really concerned that the opening of the fireplace was too small compared to the size of the mantle that I want to do. And because it's such an older home, mantles and fireplaces are usually much larger than this, right? And so they're going to have to do a custom size anyways, but I was still concerned that the opening was too small for the specific mantle I want to do, but she was like, it should be totally fine. Do a custom size. She's going to do drawings of 2 different designs that I want to see, and hopefully I'll have those today so I can share those with you in this vlog. She also left me samples, but I want to walk you through kind of, you know, the original concept and like how we got to where we were. So when we ripped it out, you can see like how tall it originally was with the different paint colors. So the lighter paint is where that wood mantle was, and I'll put a picture up. And it had the mirror and it had the green tile, and it was just, there was so much going on. And then there was that metal piece with the little demon inside of it. And so even just taking that off and then taking the metal piece off has helped so much. It's still, I think in the video it looks a lot smaller than it actually is, but it's still just, it's a small fireplace. But I don't want to rip this out. I feel like this, like the little grate that the wood sits in is original. Obviously the brick inside is original. Like it's the one thing of the home that I feel like we do have. And I truthfully just don't want to spend the money on completely redoing this right now. So I'm excited to keep it. It's very cozy. Also, it's right next to the door, as you can see, and then it's right next to the dining table. So it's not like I want to have this massive fireplace anyway. So excited to bring it down, put some art above, not have all, you know, there was just like too much going on before. So we did do, let me show you. We did end up getting a lot of samples of brick because I wanted to do like a brick surround around it with a wood fireplace, wood mantle. I obviously have decided against that, but this was the color we were going to do. And I just felt like it was going to look like almost too colonial or like too traditional. And I just don't feel like that fits the vibe of this home. So I'm hoping that this stone cast fireplace will look a lot better. So let me show you the samples of that. The 2 samples. So we have the natural, which she said will look a lot whiter once it's actually whiter, not whiter, whiter in person once it's larger. And then the oyster is the other option, which she said will look a lot more yellow. And I do like this one more almost than the natural, but she did say this will pull yellow. And since the tones of our house is so warm, like it's probably more warm than I would want. But again, I'm not gonna repaint. The paint color is fine. I do like it. Well, at some point I probably will repaint, but it will still be a creamy white. So I don't wanna pull more yellow than necessary. So we're pretty much leaning towards the natural, but I'll do a closer video of this up front. So this will be I'll put the design up. This will be the color of that profile. And then there will be, let me show you this a little bit closer so we can see the details. So this floor piece will also be that same finish, and it will fit perfectly inside of there. They'll customize that, and it will just be a 1/2 inch above this. If I wanted it to be totally flush, I'd have to dig down farther. And my husband has already had a really hard time getting this out. This is difficult to get out. He's like, this is almost impossible. So I think it will just be like a little bit of a 1/2 inch lip, which I totally don't mind. And then she said the legs will come like perfectly in here. And then let me step back. And then the crown of it will come just like a little bit out, which I think will be really, really cute. So, and then the same material, there'll just be a little lip that will hang like a little bit over, like I think not even an inch, just to kind of clean up these lines. Cause you can see it's really uneven and rugged. And then you can see all the different wallpapers. Like, look how thick this is. I'm so curious what it originally looked like. There's a piece right here you can see it's almost like this triangle. So it makes us wonder. The guy said he couldn't totally remember, but he's like, I definitely don't remember that. I would have remembered that. So it makes me think that there was just stone or brick that just went around the outside and the rest was just plaster. And then at some point, maybe somebody came in and did like something here, like a little lip. And then in the 90s, there was a lady who owned the home who did a ton of stuff to the house, unfortunately, that we don't love. And then it was a rental and it wasn't touched. So there's a lot going on. But because the door is right here, I don't want the mantle and all of this to be too large. And then the dining nook, if I do like a custom built in here, there's just a lot going on right here. So anyways, that's the update on the fireplace. I will let you know when I get the drawings. Have to show you my lunch bowl. I got this plate from Target, literally $7, so I'm terrified that it's not gonna hold up, but look at how beautiful. It feels very Courtney Joelle with the Cinderella blue. Just too cute. I love it. I couldn't help myself. I had to get a something pumpkin yesterday at Whole Foods. I love Purely Elizabeth granola, but sometimes it does make my stomach hurt. Even though it says it's gluten-free, it's vegan, certified non-GMO, I think there's something in the granola that makes my stomach hurt. So I'm not sure totally what it is, but I'm hoping that it was the original recipe and not the pumpkin cinnamon, because it just was too good looking to pass up. My first pumpkin of the season. Through the school year, I will keep a calendar hung in a place where we can all see it, like in the pantry, or it used to be in our junk closet. When you open that door, there would be the calendar, and it just helps remind everyone. You know, we have a digital calendar, but I like to write it out, and then my son can look at it because he doesn't have a phone, so he doesn't have access to that calendar. You know, he's not seeing it. So it's nice for him to see when he has a soccer game or when he has a doctor's appointment or things like that. He can see the calendar easily. But I try to find stickers that match the theme of the month, and I couldn't really find any. Granted, I looked at these very last minute and just went to one store, so this was the only thing they had was like weird school supply stickers. So it's fine because we're almost to the end of the month, and I can switch to something cute for September. But I wanted more, better, I don't know, something different for back to school. But that's okay. I think he'll enjoy it. So I did have it in the office, but I'm gonna move it out into the pantry area and see if that's more helpful than last year's location. But once the office is more finished, I think the calendar could be nice back in the office. So he probably feels too old for this, but it is tradition that every year I get fresh pencils, put them in a jar, make a little banner that says whatever grade he's in. It's handmade. It's not supposed to be perfectly aesthetic or perfectly purchased. Something homemade that his mom does, so we'll see what he thinks, but more so for me at this point than probably for him. Sitting for a minute before he comes home. I probably have about 30 or 40 minutes, but I've done most of the mini reset, but I still want to go downstairs into the basement, even though it's pretty clean, because I did a good reset yesterday before school, but I want to like make his bed and just help him this week feel a little more organized and put together. And you guys saw me making chicken in the previous clip. I really want to try this year to make dinner before soccer, because I was always trying to do dinner like typical 4 o'clock, rush it in before soccer, and it was just always a little stressful for me and everybody else involved. And then I would be, you know, not grumpy, but you know, just like a little grumpy if that we didn't have time to eat, or that we were rushing, or we didn't have time to clean up, and then we had to clean up after soccer, and it was just kind of a disaster. So gifting myself the peace and freedom to cook dinner before school gets out. And I don't want to do this every night because I don't want to have a cold dinner. And by that I mean tonight we're gonna have chicken salad. So the chicken's cooked. So then I'll shred that. I'll mix it with all the veggies, and then it will sit in the fridge to chill. And then we'll have that before soccer, and it will be a cold dinner. So I don't want to have a cold dinner every night, just on the soccer night. So only 2 nights a week. This week is a lot because I had a scrimmage last night, a scrimmage tonight, and then soccer Thursday. But we did have a hot meal last night because it was a regular summer day. So I don't know, it was like easier to do. Today I'm trying to get really back into the housewife shifts, doing all 5 shifts, but also giving myself grace and not expecting myself to be perfect. But yeah, that's one thing I really want to incorporate is doing dinner before soccer. I'm sorry, this is shaky. I don't have you on the tripod. So yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs in the basement. I'm gonna pick up a little bit. I'll finish making the dinner, and then I'm going to make the cinnamon rolls. And I think I've decided that my original thought was I would bake them and then frost them when we got home, but I feel like I need to just do the dough, let it sit in the fridge, and then pull it out, bake it, because they only bake for 20 minutes, and we should be home by 7. And then we can have cinnamon rolls around 7:30, and then, we like to start bed at 8 p.m. And then we can frost them while they're hot, and I think that will taste better, because I don't want to miss the tradition of cinnamon rolls, but I don't want him having a cinnamon roll right before soccer. So the chaos. It's harder with, it's just different with older kids. Like with young kids, you are more so 100% in control of their schedule. Older children, there's just a lot more going on, which is lovely. I love this age. I love this stage. It's just a little different. But yeah, I'm not sure how much I'll film tonight. I definitely will vlog myself making the cinnamon rolls. I just, like, you guys know, I don't like to film in front of my family. Not because I feel like ashamed or shy. I just don't want them feeling like their whole life is me with a camera up. Like, I don't want my son walking in and there's a tripod and a camera and he's feeling like he's in the way, or he can't, we can't have like an organic conversation because he's feeling like the camera's there. Does that make sense? So I just don't want it to always be a part of my life, a part of their lives. Like, I don't want him having childhood memories of the camera up, which was a big reason why I kind of wanted to take a break from TikTok, even though I felt like I did a pretty good job of only filming when they were at work and school. But yeah, it was just starting to bother me. And especially this summer with him home with me all the time, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to film. So I don't know what we'll do next summer. Maybe just every summer I take a break. We'll see. I haven't really thought through that. But what was I going with that? Oh yeah, so I think I'll film myself making the cinnamon rolls, but I don't. Well, I guess we'll just see where we're at. I don't know why I need to like talk through this, because I'm a verbal processor. That's why. So if I clock out here, I'll see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you for the cinnamon rolls. Mr. Courtney and I went to Mass this morning, which you'll see a few clips of. Came home, had a coffee. Usually on Wednesdays, we do a coffee date where we go out and have coffee at a coffee shop, just he and I, and he blocks his calendar from 8 until about 10. No one's allowed to schedule a meeting over that, unless of course it's an emergency and it's a client meeting. Then there have been times where meetings are scheduled over, but for the most part, he blocks it out so that we can go on a little coffee date together. And then we started adding and going to Mass together. So went to Mass this morning, and then I said, I just really want to go home and have a Mr. Courtney coffee because your coffee is just so good. When we go out, I feel like the coffee isn't as good, which is crazy because our machine is not even the nicest machine. It doesn't get the broiler doesn't get very hot, but he has just truly, you'll have seen in the clips at the beginning of this vlog, he has truly perfected the coffee. Like, it's so good, you guys. So then I have my coffee. I'm working on some like back end things to get the vlog and the YouTube channel up and going and being just a little more organized. I feel like I was always really bad at linking. I don't know, just little things like that. So I did a little bit of that, and I got a little bit more ready and filmed the whole chit chat catch up with you guys. So by the time you see this, you will have already seen that video in the same setting, same day. And when I sat down, I was like, I'm not going to overthink this, because I used to just really nitpick, like, do I look perfect? Does my hair look good? Am I, getting the best possible angle where there's no imperfections in my skin? You can't see any wrinkles. You can't see any, imperfections. And it drove me crazy trying to film like that. And I just don't want to worry about that. Like, I'm a human. I'm not going to look perfect every day. I'm also 38 years old. Like, I'm just not going to look perfect. And I don't want to beat myself up about it. I don't want to be worrying about if you have the best angle of me. Like, I just want to film the content and have fun and grow my community with you and connect with you, and not be trying to be something, not that I ever felt like I was something that I'm not, but I tried really hard to just sit down and chat and not film it 20 times. And I did it in one shot, and I just feel really good about it. I feel a lot better. And I made a lemon tea so that it would feel like we were just having a chit chat as a friend. And I didn't even drink it because it was hard to do that and talk to you. So I'm just gonna have a little sip. Which of course now it's cold, which is fine. Anywho, I've had a fabulous morning. I don't even know what time it is right now because I'm still filming on my phone. Still can't figure out, is it worth to get a camera? Because I have this phone, and do I even need to invest in a camera? So I can't see the time while I'm filming. I don't know what time it is. Today, we don't have soccer tonight. Nothing's going on. I'm so excited to have nothing going on tonight. We got to soccer at 5:30 last night. They were supposed to have a scrimmage. The other team didn't show up. And then the coach played them. Literally, they were there for 3 hours. At 7 o'clock, I was like, I gotta go because the cinnamon rolls are still rising. And when I tell you, these were the best cinnamon rolls that I've ever made. So 2 years ago, I started working on this recipe, and I have perfected it. I will put it up on the screen if I didn't in the last clip, or definitely down in the description below. I found a recipe and I've altered it so much that I feel like I can claim it as my own recipe. I don't know how people do that, because everyone has a recipe for cinnamon rolls. Everyone has a recipe for chicken noodle soup. Everybody has a recipe for meatloaf, whatever. So when and how do you claim a recipe as your own? You know what I mean? I feel like I've altered this recipe so much that it is my own. So I'm gonna call them Courtney's cinnamon rolls, or Courtney Joelle's cinnamon rolls. Should we do that? Put it up on the screen. I'll put it on the link below. Oh, it'd be cute if I made a Substack with all my recipes or something like that. Feels like Substack is very much the thing. I was saying in the chatty video, I haven't been on Instagram or TikTok. I only go on Pinterest. I watch like maybe 2 YouTubers that really just align with my stage of life and my own like morals and values. And I just don't know what's going on. So, but it seems like Substack's the thing, because I've been doing all of my links through, I think you say it Corelli, and I absolutely love them. For some reason, it's not up right now. I'm figuring that out, like what happened. I think there was like a payment issue. So they sent an email talking about how now they're linking Substack, because I guess everyone has been wanting it. And I guess Substack is, I don't know, it's the thing. Is it the thing? Tell me. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention, which is so refreshing, but that could be fun to put recipes. My son he thinks all these things that I make are my own recipes, which obviously they're not, but he thinks they are. So I have like handwritten recipe cards that I keep in my kitchen. And it'll say like, you know, the boys' banana bread or mom's chocolate chip cookies. And some recipes I have altered enough that I could claim as my own, but definitely not all of them. But it's really sweet that he thinks they're mine. But when I tell you, these are the best cinnamon rolls I've ever made. It's been 2 years in the works. The best icing also, I feel like the icing sometimes is there's too much cream cheese. We used a Tillamook cream cheese, which is free of gums, and I don't know, I just like, it made all the difference. I don't know what, and maybe because I let the dough rise for longer. I don't know. I did not get a good video of them yesterday. Maybe if we have one, I'm gonna try not have one today because I really shouldn't be having that much gluten, and it's a lot of sugar. It's quite the sugar rush. I don't feel too bloated today, but I can definitely tell I had some intense gluten, which is being the cinnamon roll. So I don't know if I'll have one today, but maybe I'll cut one out and take a video and show you. But what was I telling you? What am I doing today? Oh yeah, so that's kind of been my morning. This afternoon, I need to go and get, my son wants, there's a shop that sells the Labo, and he wants their deodorant. He really loves their deodorant, so I'm gonna go pick that up. And then I technically we ran out of bread, lunch bread, like lunch meat. I was trying to say, bread that I use to make sandwiches with for lunches. And I thought I had a leftover loaf, and I get that from Costco. And my husband was like, oh, I'll go to Costco after work. I was like, oh, I'll go to Costco, but I really don't want to. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, should I just go to the Harmons down the street and get the bread? Or do I like go to Costco? You know what I mean? I just didn't want to have to, I purposely went to Trader Joe's yesterday so I didn't have to go to Costco today. I need to do Pilates, I'm gonna do a cleanup. I'm really excited to have nothing to do tonight. Oh, and the office. I haven't shown you the office yet. I need to finish painting the office. I still don't have the drawings for my fireplace, so hopefully this will be the last day I film for this vlog, so hopefully it'll be up in this vlog. Or maybe by the time, well, the thing is, by the time I edit, I should have them, but then I wanted to, yeah, we'll see. She hasn't sent them to me yet, so hopefully this afternoon. Also, I wanted to tell you that I did my hair this morning when I woke up after sleeping on it while it was wet. And I honestly feel like it looked fine. Like it wasn't perfect, and it wasn't getting my tripod so I can film a little bit of my Pilates with you. I feel like it looked fine. It wasn't perfectly like, you know, poofy. What am I trying to say? Full. It didn't have a lot of volume, but it did have, oh, the lighting is psycho right here. It didn't have a lot of volume, but it definitely had the wave that I wanted, if that makes sense, the flip out. And I think that'll be great because I really don't want to have to wash my hair. I have to wash my hair at night, okay? My son loves to turn on all the overhead lights down here. Like, no, please. I have to wash my hair at night before I go to sleep. Like, I cannot, my husband was like, just don't wash your hair at night. I was like, that's not an option, my guy. And if I could just blow dry it in the morning, that was the issue with the bob, is I was having to wash it and then blow it out. Otherwise it wouldn't be styled. This lighting, I just look really red. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I have not shown you guys these pieces of art yet. I can't believe that was like not the first thing I did. And what a shame that I just teased it like this. I have one upstairs. You're gonna die when you see it. So I put on so much Vaseline. You're going to love this. And I have big plans to paint. I was gonna paint it white down here. No, I want the TV to be, anytime I turn the TV off at night, obviously, so that it's not bright down here. But then when I would turn it back on to do the arcs with the frame TV, it wants to turn the Xbox on. I'm like, no, I just want the frame TV on. I can't believe I haven't shown you these pieces of art. Let me walk you through these. And I'm gonna do my Pilates, and then I'm gonna paint the office, and I will show you. Because I have one upstairs in the office, so you'll die. And you'll die at the price that I got these for. So this is the other painting that we purchased at the same time. We were coming back from a service at actually, I think it was also Memorial Day. Memorial Day, we had a lot of things happening at the house. We were coming back from a service at the cemetery, which is so random, and it's up in the avenues of Salt Lake City, if you know that area. And we're coming back down into our neighborhood, and we passed this, what looks like an estate sale, because everything there is very ornate. And I see this painting and then the painting downstairs, and I was like, oh my goodness, you need to stop. And we need to go look at those. And I'm thinking she's gonna be charging thousands for these, but it's so bizarre that they're just like literally on a blanket on the grass. And she's like 150 for both. Or was it two? Oh, I think it was 150 for this one and 100 for the one downstairs, or vice versa. And I said, I don't know where I'm gonna put two massive paintings like this, but we have to take both. So this one, obviously office vibes 100%. I love it on the brick. I think it's so beautiful, and it came with a certificate that said original, you know, authentic oil painting. I don't know, but she said the frames alone are worth more. And I said, yeah, I agree. Can't believe you're selling it for this, but I do not think I will ever sell them. So now that we've had these paintings and we've painted this room green, I think I might paint the basement also a green. So that's the story on the paintings. I love this one more. The one downstairs is very ornate to the point that I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it, but we're gonna keep it for now. And then I'm curious to see how it'll feel with the green. I just love them. They feel very Ralph Lauren to me. Earlier I mentioned I felt as if I was becoming a better cook, and I feel like this current setup is a testament to that. Usually this whole counter would be covered in just ingredients and chopped up things. I just have a few leftover ingredients. This is clean. The broccoli is ready to go. The water is boiling for the potatoes. The meatloaf is in the oven. I'm not stressed. Any extra dishes are washed. You know, the sink is not full of 1,000 dishes. Don't mind the paint. I had a little mishap. And I have the table set. Everything is beautiful and ready to go for when my husband comes home. Usually he'd come in, the food would be done, but it would be a mess. It would just be a mess to pick up. So I feel like I'm getting the hang of it more, which is such a good feeling. It feels like I'm just being a better steward of my time and getting things done earlier, so we have a more carefree, less stress evening. Not that it's stressful, but it's nicer for me internally. I feel less stressed. I was just sat here editing this vlog that you're watching, and I realized I didn't give it an ending clip. So I'm really grateful that I have given myself the grace and the foresight to realize that I need a few extra days to edit so I can add in clips like this. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you've made it all the way through, thank you for coming over to YouTube from TikTok, if that's where you came from, or if I've only ever been on YouTube, just thank you for being here. I'm so excited. I'm so looking forward to making content again. I, at this point, have filmed, because I'm filming them in advance. This is, excuse me, this is my second week of vlogging, and I'm just having the best time, and it feels really good to be back. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.